So I was curious as if I went live. I'm just sitting here in the blind right now, waiting for some pork to show up. You know what I mean? Um, I want to say, if I'm correct, I don't think on live events you can show. Don't want to say the word bang bangs. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here in the blind, so I had to make sure I don't have anything in sight to get me in trouble. I was kind of hoping that I could maybe film the hunt, but I don't think I'm allowed to yet. Right now, um, I don't want to do anything else to get any more community strikes. So um, I haven't been a bad boy. I just, did some things that, you know, YouTube don't want us doing anymore. So I should have studied up on that. So I got to be on my best behavior. But anyway, I've been wanting to go live for a while. I've been wanting to uh, go live and just have a sit down one night, and I get a lot of questions and comments on my other videos. Certain things, what we do, why do we do it, where do we live, how long have we been doing this, what bait do I use when I'm catching, all the drum that we do, uh, what's my best setup for getting hogs and pigs to come in. And then I'll tell you right now, and I'm going to have another live event, but just killing some time here. Like I said, just waiting on that port to show up, catching all them big drum, fresh dead shrimp. Fresh dead shrimp. You cannot beat that. I'm just telling you. Works awesome. Um, I'm not up north where you have all these use. I don't think you're allowed to use feeders or hunt under a feeder. So, yeah, we're fortunate enough in Texas that we can. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that talk bad about it, right? You shouldn't do that, but if you can, why not? Why not? So, take full advantage of it. Just take, for instance, right now, I'm hunting on a piece of property, actually helping a guy out. His pigs are tearing up his yard, and ran into him by chance at uh, at the lumber slash feed store. So I was, looking for places to hunt pigs, because I've said it before. I'd rather hog hunt than deer hunt any day of the week. I've never. I mean, my biggest deer is only a 12 point, but I've never got, uh, you know, buck fever. I've gotten pig fever to this day. I've shot, I can't tell you how many pigs, but I still love to hunt pigs. I think pigs are actually a pretty interesting animal. A lot of people think they're just dumb swine. All they do is just eat, sleep, crap, and breed. But they're, they're the way they've evolved, the way they do things, man. You got to give credit where credit's due. Number one, they have the best nose out of any animal. They will smell you so fast. Um, Vision ain't that great. Hearing, eh. But now don't get me wrong. They're like any other animal. When they're in that feeding mode, it's they're worried about eating more than anything. But you know, hogs have evolved, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to be. I'm interested in to see what's going to happen in the next few years, because you get a lot of people that go up and shoot out of helicopters. And the reason they do that is because it's more effective that way. The helicopters spook them out, and they can flush them out and just light them up. I think the way these things evolve, I think what's going to happen is, helicopters aren't going to spook them anymore before too long. I think they're gonna associate that with danger. It's the way I feel. It's the same thing with a lot of people who trap them around here. They want to they'll start trapping them, and then it'll get to where the pigs won't even go near a trap, because they associate that with danger. Uh, Green lights on a feeder. Um, I the whole thing about pigs can't see green light and all that. Um, yeah, they can. If you do your study, they can. They just they don't. It's not as bright, and it's not as I don't know. think of the word I'm using. It doesn't spook them like a spotlight. But even saying that, I've been with a buddy on his ranch down in the valley. He'd gone out with just a spot or one of the mag lights taped to his rifle, flip it on, and they just like deer in the headlight look. You know what I mean? So, man, I think people when it comes to hunting, people take it to the extreme. You know, deer urine all over them, and I've done it. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't bought the stuff like that, the cover scents and um, doe and heat and stuff like that, and put it out there. Yeah, it works, but I'm sitting out here. If they come out, I'll show you some. But there's 9, 12 deer around this feeder every night, and this is on 40 acres of a guy who lives just probably from that feeder to his house, probably 400 or 500 feet. And the kids are always outside playing. The dog's barking. So it kind of goes with the territory. Um, you go to say a lease or a piece of property that's hunted real heavily. Yeah, they're gonna get spooked real easy. They are. That's just nature of the beast. Um, and it can kind of go the other way too. If you go on a piece of property that hadn't been hunted in a long time, human presence may spook them a little bit. But you know, um, I've always just said that be out there more. They get used to you. Plain and simple. People may not agree with that, but I 100% believe that. My other buddy's ranch, he's got a couple hundred acres over there in Skidmore, and it's his grandparents' place. And they're out all the time. His grandma's riding around all the time. His grandpa's riding around all the time. He's out there quite a bit messing with the feeders and cameras and stuff like that. And man, you'll be riding by and the deer just be looking at you as you drive by. They don't spook. So, but anyway, that's a long drawn out conversation. To answer some of the people, what do I think the best setup is? I say just get a feeder, put it out there, and just give it time. Anything in that area, they're gonna find it eventually, and they're just gonna eat. Um, I know what's usually what usually helps is if you're in an area and most people after the season's done they quit feeding. They're just done. They don't want to feed anymore, right? They want to wait till another month before season and all that. But if you just keep feeding year round, yeah, I know the price of corn now is crazy. Damn near have to take out a second mortgage. But if you just keep feeding, you will keep animals there. No, nothing's going to keep them from running off to the other feeders on other properties when the season starts up. But you will always have animals there, always. So, I mean, that's the best setup to answer that question. Just put your feeder out there, man. I always say try to put your feeder somewhere where it's. I try to hide the feeder from if anybody's driving down the road or something. They don't see a feeder that way. You kind of stop people from wanting to do any kind of a road hunting by your feeder, or you want people to start poaching and stuff. So just that's the only thing I recommend is keep your feeder hidden the best you can on a piece of property. You don't need everybody and their mom knowing where it's at. I mean, it's common sense. Make sure you've got a good open area for your solar charger. Definitely use a solar charger. Um, I know people to this day that don't do it. They'll go out and change the battery that battery may last them 2 or 3 weeks. That's just stupid. Get a solar charger, man. They're $28 at Academy. Batteries now are $8 to $10 a piece. Pay for itself in a month, man. Come on. I would love to answer the question of what bang stick I use. But again, like I said, I'm on live. I don't think you can talk about that. So until I get further clarification or my strikes are gone, I'm not even going to talk about that. Um, but whatever you use, just practice with it. Practice, practice, practice. Make sure you're good. All right, well, I came on here live just to jack around. Had a couple of you jump on. I appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. Not a whole lot. I didn't think anybody would even get on. I've never done a live. Um, I'm not top of the food chain. We're doing good though. We're doing good. We're 4 away from having 2,000 subscribers, and man, that's really helping us out. I've said it before when I first started doing this. Um, when I first started YouTube, I thought for sure I was going to get 1,000 subscribers like that, right? Who doesn't like to watch fishing? Who doesn't like to watch hunting? Come on. It's harder than you think, you know. Sure, I got a lot of views, but you've got to be interesting enough for people to want to stick around and watch your stuff. And that's the key, you know. Because I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of videos I've watched and I haven't subscribed to just because I'd have a list of subscriptions. I think it would lock my TV up. So, but anyway, all right, man. Hey, appreciate whoever's on there watching. Appreciate you. We're going to start doing some more live stuff. Like I said, I really need to get the rules down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get in trouble because I don't want to lose my channel because I like doing my channel. So anyway, appreciate you guys.